The hunters, they always say the same to me. Every time they bring little orangutans back from the jungle, many times they bring them back, they say, "You feed them, Kaya." But when they are very young, very small like these orangutans, they are not so easy to feed. They do not like to take food from stranger, only from mother. But mother is dead, and they know this. They are very afraid. The hunters say to me, "Kaya, no one buy dead orangutan. Dead orangutan no use to nobody, but worth a flea. If they die, we beat you, Kaya." Many times they beat me. I tell them it's not my fault, that I try my best. But sometimes little orangutans do not take fruit from me. They are not stupid. I tell them this. I say, they know I am not mother. They want food from mother. They do not take it from me. And then they die. These people, these hunter men, they do not listen. They just beat me. But I think little orangutans die from sadness inside, not because they do not eat. These ones are very sad, like the others. But I watch you. They think you are like mother. They trust you. I can see this. They will eat this food if I give it to them. He cut the fruit and handed it through the bars to me. "Is it true?" he went on. "Are you Wild Monkey Boy of the forest, like they say?" I took the fruit from him, but said nothing. "Kaya is your friend, boy," said the man. "You remember this. I must go now. I will come again." When he had gone, I soon discovered that my problem wasn't getting them to eat. Far from it. It was sharing it out that was the problem. They were pulling it apart, tearing it, stealing it from each other. I was hoping for some of it myself, but there was no chance of that. By the time they had finished, they were still looking for more, gnawing at the skins again and again, but it must have been enough for the moment, because they all fell asleep soon afterwards, which was more than I was able to do. I had pins and needles in so many places I was longing to move, but I didn't dare, for fear of waking the orangutans, who were still clinging tight to me, even in their sleep. Kaya came back a short time later, as he had said he would, scurrying across the cage, bent double as he ran, looking around nervously all the time. He crouched down, his face close to the bars. "They'll eat it all, this fruit," he whispered, reaching in and picking up the discarded skins. I nodded, but said nothing more. Kaya looked back over his shoulder again. "You must be very good mother, I think. You have water for you, boy? I have coconut. You like coconut?" "My son, he like coconut very much. I have son like you, not so young as you may be. He is back home in my village. I work here because I must feed him. I must feed all of my family, my mother and father too. He is very old man now and sick. How can they live if I do not send them money?" I wasn't sure he wanted me to answer, so I said nothing. "I do not like what they do to this tiger boy," he went on. "I do not like what they do with orangutans. But if I say what I think, they will beat me and maybe send me away, and then I have no work. Maybe they will kill me. These are not good people. They do bad things. The hunter men, they say to me, 'Starve the monkey boy. No water, no food.' But I cannot do this." He handed me a bottle of water through the bars of the cage. I drank it without stopping, and afterwards wolfed down the coconut so fast I almost choked on it, and then I washed it down with the last of the water. As I handed back the bottle, I looked at him properly for the first time. He was withered, diminutive man, his skin stretched thin over his hollow cheeks, as if life was draining out of him with every passing minute. But his eyes, he was strong and kind too. "Thank you," I whispered. "I will do what I can to save you, boy," Kaya said, "but I cannot do much. They watch me. Everyone here watches everyone." "What will they do with us?" I asked him. "They sell you, maybe?" "Here they sell everything. From the gold under the ground, the trees they cut down, the orangutans they capture, the tigers they shoot." "And me?" He shrugged. "I do not know what they will do with you, boy. Maybe they sell you too. Tomorrow Mr. Anthony come from Jakarta. He is God around here. He will decide. He decides everything around here. If it is Mr. Anthony who decides who works, who does not, who lives and who dies. Everything. You sleep now, boy." He got up to go, but before he left, he crouched back down. You say nothing about this water I give you, boy, he whispered, and you say nothing about the coconut. If they know I have done this, they will beat me. You understand? You promise? I promise, I said. Kaya smiled at me suddenly. I noticed that he had very few teeth. Your babies, they are asleep. I must sleep too, and I will come again in the morning. And he was gone into the night. It was the longest night of my life. Only now did I truly realise how much I had relied on Una all this time. Not only for companionship, for so long. She had solved all of my problems, kept me out of danger, been my protector and guide, been a mother and father to me. Now she wasn't there beside me. I felt alone and abandoned. And then suddenly angry with her too. I even found myself blaming her for running off as she had and saving herself. Why hadn't she driven the hunters away? Why hadn't she stayed to help us? And where was she now? Maybe she would still come to rescue us. Maybe she was out there now, just waiting for the right moment. She would come charging out of the jungle and save us. Yes, that was it. She would come. She had to come.